Right, next up, monster truck time. I think the achievement for this one was that you clean the tires first. Can't remember if it was first or last. Some of the crazy theories about missing cats. I could not care less, but I am a captive audience. A wheel inner would not be part of it. It was just tires, I think. So you had to be kind of careful. This is one of the cases where, since you're using the basic washer, it actually is quite handy for achievement completion on this one. Anywhere it's like clean X first, or I guess last as well, but especially the first ones, the basic washer is quite good for that, because you're less likely to accidentally clean something that you didn't want to, because it won't do a very good job. It's not a good reason to do the entire map that way, don't get me wrong. But when you're cleaning around the areas that you're concerned about, then at least it helps. Or definitely in terms of the clean X first, like these tires, which apparently I just cannot stay on top of. Yeah, you can dedicate your effort to the tires without having to worry so much about if something backstops your shot. You're less likely to accidentally actually clean it straight away. At least the achievements where it's clean X first. If you accidentally do something else, it's easy enough to just reset and try again. The ones we have to clean things last are really annoying. The treetop one in particular, you have to like clean the lanterns last. I don't know whether or not you can clean like one accidentally and still get the achievement by the last thing you clean being a lantern, or if you cannot clean any of them before finishing the map, or before finishing everything else. I know I was super paranoid on that one, so I just made sure that I just left all of them until last, but they're so small it's easy to accidentally clean one while doing the house. And it's such a big map that you do not want to have to do it again. So basically you just want to find each lantern, clean every area around it very carefully first, then worry about the rest of the map, and then come back and do the lanterns. Oh, these tires are so annoying, just as a shape. Just all of the grooves and everything in them. I mean, does it really matter if the tires are dirty? It's kind of their natural state. Tires just get dirty. Don't know how much it affects the health of the rubber by being dirty. I mean, it's a monster truck. Just drive it through a river or something to clean it. And all the way down. Sneaking underneath. And I've missed these bits here, of course. How much more have I missed? Seems all good. There we go. Bits around the edge. Cool. Let's do the inside of both these tires maybe now. just to get them out of the way. All the awkward angles. Some folks think a shady organization is sacrificing the cats to the volcano to prevent an imminent eruption. Where do you read this crap? Also, how are we at 20% and all we have done is 2.5 tires? That goes to show that this is not that big a map. It's really annoying because of all of the tricky angles that you have to do. To Marvin from the Old Boys Club. Utterly ridiculous, but it's gaining traction in rural communities. I mean, rural communities will believe anything, won't they? The scale of this map just really throws me off. It's like, am I crouching? No, I'm standing. It's just big. Almost got the tire. What bits am I missing? I missed some tread. I haven't missed this bit. Where's the bits that I missed? Ah, here we go. There's some bits here. Still missing some bits. Boing. Go boing. Ah, right. Yep, so I actually... I can't spray that angle. I've just gotta move backwards and spray in here. Spray and pray, very much. Okay, maybe if I go back on the inside again. Thought I'd done a good enough job, but maybe not. I can't see any of that stuff from in here. Feels like I should be missing more larger bits to make that not give it to me. That was a sentence. Yeah, I can't see what I'm really missing on this tire. I mean, I can see a bit that I'm missing, but I can't figure out how to really get it. Ah, oh, here we go. Bit of tread here. You really do have to tread carefully on this map. There we go. A little bit of pogo there just to get some of those. We're going to be a third of the map done just by having the tires done. I mean, there isn't really a hell of a lot else to it, must be said. It's a pretty one-dimensional map, pretty straightforward. Looks big, is actually fairly straightforward. Compared to the barge boat that we were just doing, like this is a larger area, but shouldn't take me nearly as long just because of the features involved. Still missing a few bits and pieces. I haven't actually stood on the tire up the top yet, so that's probably... yeah, there we go. That will do it. Yeah, man. Once again, hunting little bits. Not really seeing it. But I'm clearly just missing a tiny piece. And I'm gonna guess it's in these grooves somewhere. No idea. Spray and pray time. There we go. In the grooves at the back. So that's the achievement. Like, I already have it, but that is what you do to get it, and that is cleaning the tyres first, I'm fairly sure. I don't think it's last, I'm fairly sure it's first. And now we can just work our way down. I think there's probably a bit of rust on some bits, but yeah, like the roof rack up here for the lights. But a lot of it's just mud, which comes off pretty easily. Whee! I wish in here, in the hangar, you didn't just have to have your ladders and stuff. Because obviously you can't have scaffolding or anything. I wish there was like gantries along the side and above the door and stuff. So that you could like go up a walkway, stand on the gantry, and then have a good view to shoot down at things. I feel that would be a good way to expand on your options in here. Would have been handy when it was the plane one to get good angles on the tail plane and stuff. And down at the wings. And especially this one's got all sorts of awkward angles that are hard to hit. And it's also like awkward angles for placing a ladder against, so the idea that you just lean your ladder against it doesn't really hold. Because it, yeah, just slide off, it's just a curved surface. Oh, up to 40% already, nice. Speaks of the secret ingredient of the muckin' hamburger. Stick this celery where the sun don't shine. Fair enough too. But the tail is apparently a separate bit. I think I just have to get bits below it. Extraordinary high salt content. That would do it. A bit of red nozzle action on the windows here. And yeah, this roof rack. Plenty of rust on this. That's fine. We'll just use the turbo, to be honest, to get some extra splash on things, especially the tiny little bits in between the lights and everything. That's rather annoying to try and clean around. Wing. Oh, the spotlights are separate, okay. Ding, ding, ding. Well, that's all them done. Now I can just get blinded by the spotlights as I try and clean the rest of the roof rack. Thanks. I don't even know what I'm missing on this roof rack anymore. But apparently it's still got a decent amount of dirt. Maybe on the outsides, I guess? Or maybe the spotlight surrounds... There we go, got it. Good. rust around the outside of the window. You know it's good when the windscreen is riveted on. Frame done. Gonna guess that I'm gonna need to use the red on this. Yeah, it's got some mold and stuff on it. Nice. Ah, seriously? The front? Oh, it's concrete, apparently. What? What were you doing with this thing? I mean, I guess I didn't read the brief properly, but what does it say? Overview. Blah 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 blah. Group of miners furious at not being paid blocked the road and poured a load of concrete over the monster truck. How that solves their problems is anyone's guess, but it gives you a heck of a job to do. Okay, fine. that explains that, I guess. Yes, I don't know how that solves anyone's problems. You do wonder that sometimes with protests and stuff. There's one thing in terms of getting your message across. There's another in terms of like where people just riot and set other people's shops and their vehicles and stuff on fire. It's like, what are you accomplishing exactly? Other than making everyone else hate you. I don't think you're achieving much. So yeah, let's just pour concrete on top of someone else's vehicle. Okay. Should have been pouring concrete on the mayor's barge boat as he tried to sail away with it. So we're just going to have to take it really slowly on the front. We were ripping through this level, but now it's just ground to a halt. It is going to take a while to clear this concrete off the front. I'm fairly sure in reality you would just have to replace the body panels with something else, because good luck getting concrete once it's set off something. Actually, something that does ultrasonic vibrations or something would probably work better. I mean, I guess water does that. Sort of. Head cannon, we just have something with our power washer that modulates the frequency of the water as it hits, so that it's hitting it at just the right frequency to break up the concrete. Sure. I don't get why the cat is, like, the head and stuff is at the front instead of the ears being up by the, like, at the top of the roof rack. Because the windscreen should be the eyes, surely. It's a weird design. Over halfway there. Here we blitzed to the first 30-odd%, and then we're just going to be crawling to get to like 60% before we can resume and get through the rest of it quicker. Once we're off the front, then it'll pick up the pace again. But we've got quite a bit to do up here that's going to take a long time. I wish I just had a small scaffold, like a portable lift, just to sit in front of the vehicle and be able to shoot straight at it at a good angle. Because I can't easily get the sort of the top side angles when I'm in front of it. Okay, well we can stand on the tyre again, I guess, and kick him from the side. The rest of the body we can get away, like the leg. I like that it's segmented actually. Front cat leg is actually a separate bit. There's the door. Side hatch, fair enough, having some rust on that. Probably get the rest from the other foot more easily. So that's the cat body. Yeah, the cat head is actually a separate piece, so that's good. I can get like the body and everything all done without having to worry about the concrete bit still. The underneath bit of the legs, I guess. Then there's the underneath of the body before it hits the side plating. The other leg here. Underside of the tail. Good, there's the leg, there's the tail. Got some twin buttholes. Keep clear. Yeah, just good advice in general for the back end of a cat. Door handle is apparently a separate piece. I did not realise. Ah, Ferris wheel time. Yep. Put the concrete on this leg. Everyone at Roddy's Biker Shack thinks all cats are aliens. They've been on some sort of recon mission to Earth and they've finally got all their intel and gone home to report. I mean, I've heard stranger ideas. They explain a lot of things about cats, let's be honest. Invasion of extraterrestrial super cats in a couple of months. Could be worse. Front cat leg is almost done. A few bits underneath apparently. Can't quite see what else is missing on that. Just going to take a short break. Okay. Right, back we come. Do the side hatch. Easier to do from down here. Handles apparently separate, but the hinges are not. Oh, that's the body cleaned as well. Random. So what am I missing on the hatch then? Top angle perhaps? Let's try turboing the seam up the top here. Bit above the handle maybe? Nope. Not quite sure what its problem is in. Try and finish off this leg. What is there left on the side hatch? Is it like... oh, it's be rust on the hinges. That's the annoying thing with the hinges not being separate pieces. There we go. So weird. Normally hinges are separate bits. What's missing on this cat leg? Along the inside. Yeah, there we go. Right, and then the front cat leg probably has a bit of the concrete on it too. I think we did the top of these hinges. What's that handle? Maybe we didn't do the top of those hinges. Oh yeah, there we go. Good. Door handle is separate apparently. There we go. So there'll be another door handle on the other side too. Front cat leg. Cool. I'm just gonna wash over this with the yellow just so we can see exactly what we're dealing with in terms of the hard to get that we need to use the red for. Front cat leg apparently has some more bits on it, but I can't see any more concrete bits. It's probably just tiny strips that I've missed somewhere. Door handle I think I didn't get. Oh no, I did. Okay. What to do first? Oh, there we go. There's a bit. There we are. We'll leave the front till last now, I think. All that concrete stuff, we're just going to leave that to the end. Try and get all the rest of it done. So it's all rust around here, so that'll need the turbo or the reds. It's all in shadow, which is really annoying to try and do. It'll show up when I hit tab, at least. A lot better. But, yeah, it makes it hard to actually see what I'm doing without using the help. Oh, each pipe is individual, okay. So you would do that, but you won't make the hinges separate. Okay, gotcha. Side plating. I don't know what there is remaining on this, because I can't really tell from this in shadow business. I also don't know if there's a bit like underneath, like the seam, does it wrap around? Definitely need some spotlights. There we go, a bit underneath the body of the car. Underside plating. Rust on this as well, even underneath. Great. Oh, and even down the side that you can barely get down. Another case if I should just try and do what I can from each angle before moving on, in some ways. Gonna have to get right up close to that back side, I think. Or just do this and switch to turbo, and then that should do the trick. Just get what I can from over here. I have to just go prone for so much of this stuff. Needed to have this car jacked up more. Yep. Inside of the underbit of the wheel there. I think that's clean. Need a scope for this thing. That would be a fun addition. It's like a 2 to 4 times scope, like a sniper rifle on the power washer. Would make it a lot easier. It's like if you're having to use the extra long extension, having a scope would make it so much better. The Monochrome Cat is the name of the album this track is from. How appropriate. All these bits and pieces underneath needing so much work. Oh, each step bracket is individual, okay. Help me, step bracket, I'm stuck. Yeah, this would be a lot easier if you jacked this thing up and taken the wheels off. Just saying. One suspension bar done. 2 suspension bar done. 3 suspension bar done. Nice. Ah, the dings keep coming. And the dings keep coming and they keep on coming. Feel like I'm having some success now. It's probably sometimes it just, the progress in a level just slows right down and feels bad, man. And then you just get a flurry of dings and it makes it all worth it. You know what this game really needs? VR support. So we could actually aim the power washer manually. It'd be so much nicer. Like, aim mode is all well and good, it's certainly an improvement, but being able to manually aim exactly where to fire something instead of being from a static position would be so much nicer. Okay. We've just been spraying and praying a lot. Okay, that's good. One suspension. This one also. There we go. Close to being done. Then they've got the shock absorbers up here. We might need to get them from the other direction to be properly cleaned. We've got the bull bar mount there. Probably have to get that from the front to do properly. There's the shock absorbers there. Yeah, we're going to have to get them from the front to finish off. That's fine. Same over here. We do what we can from behind, so that way when we are shooting in from the front or the other side, then we're more likely to actually clean it. Get the back side of the number plate, for example. Spending a lot of time underneath here. This is certainly where this map bogs down. Like, you do the tyres first and you're a third of the way there. But it's a lot left to do, just time-wise. And a lot of it just comes down to the angles. Like, a different washer wouldn't necessarily go much quicker. I mean, it would help because you'd be able to use the yellow nozzle on all of this. I wouldn't be having to use the red or the turbo the whole time. But still. A lot of fiddly bits. Okay, so speaking of the yellow, we should probably just Yeah, okay. I was going to say we should probably at least try and see if we can just use the yellow, but yeah, we immediately see the scale of the problem. Oops. Oh, that's right, yeah. Because if you can read this, it's upside down. So it's the oops hatch. Brilliant. Central underside plating. And then rear underside plating, okay. Let's focus on the central. We're having to actually go quite slowly, even with the red nozzle. What is this stuff? It is just rust, okay. It's just really heavy-duty rust. And we just can't be too impatient. Yeah, if we angle ourselves like this, then we can get up here, just shoot past that suspension bar a bit. Try and work on this rear plating. Rust in the corner there, yeah, and then it shock absorb, or the suspension intercepts my shot so I can't get to the corner. Gotta do underneath like that. Right, now... Such annoying angles on this one. What more is there on the rear underside plating? Quite a lot. Oh, in fact, is this... I think that's all just still central, actually, come to think of it. The rear is this bit here that I'm hitting now. And the sides of it. Not sure what the best angle to even get those bits would be. Like, can I get that from outside the vehicle, or probably just under here is actually the best way to get those. It's super awkward. I also don't know how demanding it's going to be. Like, maybe it'll be quite forgiving because it's really hard to get to. It's often the case. I'll just end up wasting a ton of time just trying to get really annoying to get to places. I just need to save doing that until after I've got all of the obvious stuff. Let's do this bottom hatch. Apparently still has quite a lot to do. It's really hard to tell because it's black and it's underneath, and it makes it hard to see what the residual rust is on it. I think I've done the hinges pretty well. There's that little recessed bit there. Did I do the hinges on this side? I think I did. Yeah, I thought I did a good job on that, but not good enough, it seems. Underside plating. I know for a fact that at this stage of the early access playthrough, the Ferris wheel was where I actually unlocked the Pro Washer, I'm fairly certain. So we're now all the way behind in our washer progression. Get up into that little tricky bit up there. Kind of, not really, but still. Cats go wherever dinner's best. You're not wrong. Yep. Somewhere out in the sticks there's some real nice tuna steaks, and they're all holding up there somewhere. Yep. Probably. Okay, try and get a bit of an angle on this stuff. So much rust under here. Ugh. I feel I've been going over this fairly diligently, but it's just so baked in. The actual effective area of even the red nozzle is just so small when it comes to this stuff. That said, the underside plating is very nearly finished now, so that's a start. And we can see a lot of these defects here still. You can see that there's quite a lot still to clean here. There we go. So it was actually pretty generous, all things considered. Now this hatch, what have I missed on the hatch? Just some little spots. Oh, it's like the inside bits of the hinges, looks like. I can't look up any more straight than that. Let's do it like this instead, perhaps. There's a turbo in here. And maybe the edges. Maybe we're missing something around the edges. That looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, the seam along here, maybe. There we go. Cool. Oh god, there's so much. I've missed so much stuff in here. Though some of the stuff might only be completable from the other side. In fairness, because there will be dirt on the other side. But I do need to make sure I get as much as I can from this side. So we've got the brackets. Oh no, because this is the side that I was aiming towards. This is the side I started on. Let's just pop out. Do the side step. We'll try and do some more just like from the back. Let's take a break from being underneath. And do what we can from the outside, and we'll go back under there if we have to finish stuff off. But otherwise, we'll just try and do things from the outside now. Take a little bit of a break from just swiveling our head around so much. Okay, what more do you want from me on this step then, huh? So I thought I'd done a pretty good job on this. I need to do the inside of the wheels, actually. Ah, there's the bits in behind the brackets. Apparently, even that's not enough. Have I missed more? Apparently. Okay, cool. Okay, the super deep wheel well bits in here. How rusty are they? I think it's mostly rust on the outside. Okay, no. Cancel that. It's rusty on the inside as well. Get the top side of it while we're crouched. It's kind of realistic in this respect that you can't see much because of just all the mist. Which is about accurate. This last 17% is going to take a while. It's pretty much just the last 50% even. It just takes a long time. You do all the easy stuff. And then it's just lots of fiddly bits and a ton of rust. And the concrete. Don't forget the concrete. Close on the wheel outer. There's just all the little bits. Just turbo. Turbo and hope. There we go. Next. Do what we can from the outside. And heating up. Let's just use the red instead of the turbo, because the turbo, when you're doing it on an angled surface, just behaves really weirdly and it's quite annoying. You just end up with big gaps being left behind because of how it spins. It's definitely best used on flat surfaces. Like at the back here. Now we can use turbo again. Getting close. Let it dry a bit so we can see where the bits we've missed are. There we go. Nice. Okay. Flame exhaust, because of course. Exhaust panel. Is there some bits on the top that I need to get of this as well or something? Or inside? I don't know. I feel that should be pretty clean by now. What am I missing on these? Huh. Well, I guess maybe the exhaust bit is also this, maybe? I feel that's the rear plating instead. Wing. Ah, there's some topside bits to do as well. That's really annoying. Again, having a little scissor lift in behind would make that much easier to get. And does that mean there's little bits in the corners here as well? Or the ledge along the top? There we go. Probably the ledge along the top then. Okay. So we did all the fiddly stuff from inside, now we've got to do it all from the outside, looking in. And it is indeed very stained. Shock absorbers, maybe? Yep, good. And second one? Yes, good. That's gratifying because it means I did a good enough job from underneath. Conversely, you can do the outside bits first and then go underneath to finish off all the bits. Probably a smarter decision, to be honest, but I just really feel that a higher elevation looking down on this would be so much more useful, but I can't easily do that, even with the ladder. But can I just move my van? Just stand on the van at the back here? That would be handy. all of this is considered number plate, looks like. It's filthy, even around the top. Buckingham. If el meow. Okay, that's the bull bar. That's the number plate. Good. So that's the exterior parts. Now it's just about getting the interior bits like the axle and all of that done. And the wheel inner, which is super rusty as well, of course. And then it's just a case of how demanding is it going to be on some of these pieces. I mean, you can see that they're really filthy. But do they have to be spotless? I need to put like the short extension on or something because it's not strong enough otherwise from this distance. This must be like what it is for a dentist trying to do stuff in the back of your mouth. So trying to do anything with a molar. Now, is that axle or is that wheel inner? I'm not sure. Well, that's the wheel inner done, so anything else is by definition the axle. Get a look underneath, perhaps? What more is there for the axle? Yeah. Spray and pray time? I think we just resign ourselves that we're going to have to probably go back underneath to get the rest of that. Now, oh, there we go, rear end side plating. I was just going to say, there's a lot that I can see for that. But that went quickly. I might keep this short extension on while I'm doing the inside of this, actually. Excessive for doing it on the outside, but... blinded by the spray again. Okay, straighten up, turbo time. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Okay. Still quite a lot remaining on this wheel. Ah, it's all in there. The reason I was using the short extension was to do a better job in there, but it seems to have not done that. I guess because with the extension on, it's a thinner bit. So I wasn't actually doing as much. Yeah, let's take that off then. Just how dirty are these screws anyway, or bolts anyway? Come on. Come on. So close. There we go. Some really tough rust on these bits, that's for sure. We need to crouch to get all the way up there, I think. Yep. Work our way down. Do the top of the pipes, also do the top plating there as well while I'm up there. Just do all the way along here. Weird to have such a large overlap. gnome watch. Where are they coming from? Yeah, everyone's worried about the cats, but what about the gnomes? Are the gnomes abducting the cats? Maybe. Good, side plating done. Now I can do the other side of these brackets here. Apparently it's not that easy, alright. Just got to do the sides as well, I guess. Good. And the side of that one. Oop. Good. Okay, so that's the brackets done. Now the step itself. Let's try and do the underneath. Okay, and now the top. Where we get blinded again. I don't think there's any way around that, fortunately. Well, that's the obvious bit's gone. Now, there'll be the bits behind the brackets, for sure. There'll also be, oh, while I'm here, I can see a bit of the back of the axle there. Oh, that's probably the inner wheel, actually. It's probably wheel inner, not the axle at all. What am I missing on the axle back here? I must have missed a couple of bits. I can't even... I can only prone, I can't even crouch under here. Jesus. Okay, fine. Just crawl around. What bits have I missed on the axle then? Anything? Oh, tiny bits, yeah. Okay, and apparently just hitting one of them was enough. That's amusing. Okay. So the step, I believe it's probably, yeah, it's down the side, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Cool. That was all that was. No, not prone, just crouch. Let's get right up close to the bit here, so we're getting as much as we can without having to swap to the short extension, because that doesn't seem to help very much. In fact, it seems to just make it worse. Because you just end up with a much thinner track. Nope, not that one, that's for sure. I mean, if we were using metal soap, then yeah, we would just blast that down here, and that would probably clear it up pretty quickly. But it would probably still leave random spots. It's not actually that useful. Okay. Stand up. Work our way around the inside. And now do what we can on the outside and hope that we've done a good enough job that it just dings for us. If not, we go back to just turbo blasting the bolts. Whew, good. Just as I was about to call. Let's get what we can underneath. Okay, well that's a shock absorber done. The second one should be... Yep, there we go. Ready to ding as well. Good. Inner wheel. We're going to have to do a little bit more. We'll do the same sort of thing as we did at the other end and chuck on the short extension probably to shoot crossways at it. Front leg's done. It's just this... trying to get this front underside plating bit done. Don't have the best angle at it. You kind of just spray and spray and spray, and then you can't actually see what you've missed because it's just all damp. We can also just do like the number plate and stuff first, so we know that that's done. Get what angle we can on the axle and the wheel inner. Sorry, we have to go pretty slowly over the number plate, that's right. Because it's filthy. Turns out whatever this number plate is made of rusts horrifically badly. Super ingrained. Come on. 96%. How long is this 4% gonna take us? Can we get this number plate bit finished, maybe? Would be nice. So we know that it includes the bracket. There we go. And then bull bar. Still quite a lot of the bull bar needs doing. That's concerning. Clean that bit of the axle there. What bits have I missed on this bull bar then? Quite a bit it seems. From below perhaps? Oh, bull bar mount. That's handy. Oh, there's another one as well though. Ah, there we go. Yep, just in case it's getting better angle. There's the shock absorbers, good. The other bull bar mount probably has to come from this angle. Yep, good. Right, this is where we needed to have the short extension on for the inner wheel, because otherwise it wasn't powerful enough. There we go. Wheel inner done. Oh, axle already done. That's nice. Running out of parts now. Wheel inner on this side. It's now done. Good. It concerns me that there's so much that still needs to be done. The front underside plating still needs work, apparently, and I'm not sure what parts of it still need cleaning. So I think we have to turbo and hope that we get a bit of splash going on. Right up in the corners or something? Did we not do quite enough from the inside, perhaps, looking up at it? I don't know. It's really annoying because that's where the head kind of hangs over. Well, there's a bit. Trying to look up at it as much as we can. It's really close now. There we go. Nice. So what's all the bits that I've missed then? Bull bar mounts, there's still 2 of those apparently. Huh? Oh, there's the back bits as well. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know what I missed about them. I guess it's probably from the outside that I need to get them. Oh, there's one. And there's 2. Okay, so that's those. Oh, fangs, apparently. Okay, eyes, fangs, jowls, no. Okay, so it turns out that what I thought was just the head actually has a lot of different features. Okay. Well, that explains that then. I was thrown off by the fact that, like, the ears are just part of the head. I would have expected the ears to be separate, but apparently not. But all of the other random little bits are separate. It's kind of annoying because I was hoping to finish this before heading off and then finishing stream and getting lunch and stuff, but I might have to take a short break just for this final 3%. We'll see. Spray his eye. A lot of it I'll have to get from the front. Again, it's really annoying that I don't have just like a little scissor lift thing that I can just use and drive around. Or, you know, pick up in place or whatever, but just a short scaffold, because, yeah, I don't. I've got the step ladder, or the step thing, and then the ladder, and that's it. But just having a little bit more angle would be quite nice. Never mind. Let's use the step for what it's meant to be for, shall we? Really don't get why the ears are not separate, eh? Surely. Are they not? No, it's still just cat head. Keep second guessing myself because I just feel that they should be separate. There's even a seam. It's bizarre. Probably actually just go on top. Clear what I can from up here, and then I don't need to worry about the angle so much. Let's blast off the top here. Oh, there's the nose, good. Just stand on its nose for the time being while I'm trying to get into these creases and stuff. Okay. Now the rest I should be able to do from here, and we're just going to go extra long, turbo, and just blast the crap out of it. There's the eye. There's the other eye. Jowls. What even are the fangs on this? Oh, there's one. And there's the other. Okay, cool. that explains that then. I'm gonna leave the tongue till last. Cat got your tongue? No, but I have its. That's if the head ever decides to actually give me credit. There we go. Nice. Got there in the end. Jesus. That went so quickly to start with, percentage-wise, with the tyres. You just see the tyres getting clean. There we go. We were at like 30-odd% after doing that. And then it just took so long to do the rest. Alright. And then the Ferris wheel. We are not going to do that now. We will do that another time. Probably next weekend now. Depending on what else I get up to next weekend. It's not a long weekend, but hopefully the weather will be better so we can actually get out and do some stuff. We'll wait and see. But yes. Ferris wheel is fun, but a lot of work. And with this washer, it's going to be tricky. I think we have a scaffold at least, so we can do the outside more easily. We also get to ride it, which is fun. So that's something to look forward to. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.